हेलो बच्चों, let us read this question. For what real values of x and y are the numbers minus 3 plus I x squared y and x squared y plus 4 iota conjugate complex? Now the key concept required to solve this problem would definitely be the knowledge of conjugate complex numbers and of course equality of complex numbers as well. Let us say that you have a complex number z equals a plus iota b. Then its conjugate denoted by z bar is defined as a minus iota b. बेसिकली एक कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर का इमेजिनरी पार्ट का साइन को अगर आप ऑपोजिट कर देते हो, पॉजिटिव है तो नेगेटिव, नेगेटिव है तो पॉजिटिव, देन द रिजल्टिंग कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर is called the conjugate of the original one. Basically they are complex conjugates or they are conjugates of each other. तो यहाँ पे बताया गया है कि पूछा गया है कि for what real values of x and y are these two numbers conjugate complex. इसका मतलब ये दोनों जो है हमें देखना है कि एक दूसरे की कॉम्प्लेक्स कैसे हो सकता है और होने के लिए z की x और y की वैल्यूज क्या होनी चाहिए. सो लेट z1 be equal to the first complex number minus 3 plus iota times x squared y and z2 be the complex number x squared plus y plus 4 iota. Abhi these two numbers are supposed to be conjugates of each other. So what exactly is given to you? It is given that z1 must be equal to z2 bar. तो z1 equal to z2 bar अगर है, that means हम लोग बोल सकते हैं कि -3 plus iota times x squared y, this must be equal to, इसका conjugate क्या हो जाएगा? इसका real part is x squared plus y of course, और imaginary part फिर क्या हो जाएगा? a minus ib मतलब x squared plus y minus 4 iota. So now the question becomes very simple because now you can simply solve it using the concept of equality of complex numbers. As in, if two complex numbers are equal, then their real parts and their imaginary parts are separately going to be equal to each other. Therefore, left hand side ka real part is -3, which must be equal to right hand side ka real part, which is x squared plus y. And left hand side ka imaginary part is x squared y, which must be equal to right hand side ka imaginary part, which is -4. So we have these two equations which now need to be solved, and their solution is going to give us the values of x and y. Now we can solve this question using various methods, but I'll show you a very interesting method. Let us consider that t1 denotes x squared and t2 denotes y. तो यहाँ पे देखो x squared plus y मतलब basically t1 plus t2 and x squared times y the basically product of t1 and t2. Now do you remember that in a quadratic equation, if the roots are alpha and beta, then the equation can be written as x squared minus sum of roots multiplied by x plus product of roots इक्वल टू 0. ठीक इसी तरीके से अगर t1 और t2 को हम t का एक क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन का रूट्स मान ले तो हम लोग बोल सकते हैं कि वी हैव अ क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन ऑफ द फॉर्म t स्क्वायर्ड माइनस सम ऑफ रूट्स विल बी t1 प्लस t2 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई t प्लस प्रोडक्ट ऑफ रूट्स विल बी t1 t2. लेकिन हमें पता है कि sum of roots in this case according to our assumption and the given and the obtained results is -3. So यहाँ पे -3 substitute कर देंगे and t1 t2 that is the product of roots would be -4. So definitely इस quadratic को solve करके हमें t की दो values मिल जाती हैं, t squared plus 3t minus 4 equal to 0. Quite clearly आप इसको मिड टर्म फैक्टराइजेशन कर सकते हो या फिर यू कैन अप्लाई द क्वाड्रेटिक फार्मूला विच एवर सूट्स यू. आई एम गोइंग टू अप्लाई द क्वाड्रेटिक फार्मूला माइनस बी प्लस माइनस रूट ओवर b squared minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. That is minus 3 plus minus root 9 plus 16 root 25 will be 5 by 2. Add करोगे तो 5 minus 3 2 by 2 becomes 1, and of course minus 3 minus 5 minus 8 by 2 will be minus 4. Now we are left with a choice. किसको क्या लें? I think the choice is very simple. You cannot take x squared equal to minus 4 because it is clearly written that x and y should be having real values or should be real numbers. Therefore x squared equal to minus 4 तो नहीं हो सकता. Therefore the only possibility from here is x squared equals 1, and of course the other root is y, which is equal to minus 4. और x squared equal to 1 से x की वैल्यूज आ जाती है plus minus 1. Therefore question क्या था? For what real values of x and y are these two numbers conjugate complex? Hence our solution is very simple. We have x equals plus 1 or minus 1, y equals minus 4. This is the answer to this particular question. I hope you understood the solution well. Best of luck.